Hey Aries, how you guys doing? Thank you for visiting, stopping by. I'm gonna do a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending. This is for you and your partner, whoever you have on your mind. It could be someone you've dealt with in the past, an ex, someone you're currently dating. Okay. Keep in mind that the energy is interchangeable, so feel free to switch the roles if it makes more sense. And time is fluid, okay? So it can play out today, tomorrow, next week, or it could occur in the recent past. All right, so we have sharing yourself. Sharing of yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. So I really feel like your person may have been very stingy. I'm getting the energy of holding back, not letting their true self be known, okay? Not being able to share themselves with you, their life, their love, their heart, their emotions, okay? So something here where they were holding back, they're being stingy, they were not being generous. And so you may have been coming forward and really being vulnerable, opening up to your person, but they were not doing the same. So I'm getting a one-sided situation where something wasn't really reciprocated. This person had some difficulty in really opening up and showing you all their stripes. We have a zebra energy, so maybe they felt like you would judge them. Maybe they felt like you wouldn't accept them. So there's something about sharing their self, holding back their true self. So they're learning how to be more generous. They're learning what it takes to be in a relationship and actually letting their true self be known and being raw and being true, being authentic. We have exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. So it almost makes me feel like your person may have had certainly high expectations of themselves for this connection, for this partnership. It's like they wanted to be everything that you wanted. But I'm almost getting the energy that maybe they had super high expectations, right? And so they failed miserably. But I feel like this is honestly your person's energy where it's like, I want to do more. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be the best person I can be for you. I want to be a supportive partner. So I really feel like this is, you and them really, really actually wanting the same thing. I want partnership. I want a marriage. I want a healthy, loving relationship, right? I want children. So I want a power couple, right? I want to be a power couple. So it makes me feel like your person actually wanted everything that you also wanted, but how they went about it may have not been the right way. Maybe they really exhausted you. They took so much out of you and, they didn't really replenish you. They weren't there for you the way that you were there for them. Maybe they were not very supportive of you. We have cherishing self. I accept and love myself. So there could have been some issues regarding self-love. It feels like they didn't really love and appreciate themselves, okay? I'm even seeing some overindulgence, like the Nine of Cups energy, where maybe they showered you with gifts and presents and bouquets of roses and fancy dinners. And I'm even getting like love bombing here. But they didn't really love themselves. So there's something here where maybe all of a sudden they disappeared. All of a sudden they weren't able to live up to their promises, okay? I feel like something it was either all in or all out, okay? So it's like they were there for you at times and, you felt their presence, you felt like they were attended to your needs, and then maybe all of a sudden they disappeared. So I feel like this is something or someone that crashed on you. I'm seeing the energy where they crashed because they may have poured so much into the connection, like too much, okay, in a small amount of time, and they weren't pouring enough into themselves. So there could be something here about cherishing themselves, appreciating themselves, loving themselves, right? And they are good enough, realizing that they are good enough, okay? Standing firm. I'm getting a seven of wands energy. So this could be a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. It looks to me like this is someone who has to really stand firm on what they believe. You know, if they say they're going to do something, then do it. Show up, right? So it says, I am noble, brave, and strong. So there could have been some issues of fear. It feels like maybe your person was very guarded or defensive. I'm seeing a lot of blocks. I'm seeing blocks or burdens. Okay, maybe something from their past. We have red flags here. So there could be something from their past, like a relationship or their childhood upbringing, that may have caused them to block out love or not be available in love. They may have literally pushed you away because they were afraid. They were not strong enough, or they felt like, I'm not good enough. I'm not courageous enough. There's something here where there was some kind of blockage, okay? And it could have been related to family, home. Okay, we have houses. And I'm seeing red flags. So there's something here where maybe you saw a red flag, but you ignored it. Some of you guys, you gave this person the benefit of the doubt. You said, oh, it's okay. I love them. I'm going to be there for them. It doesn't matter. Red flags, yellow flags, I don't care. So you may have saw a red flag, and maybe there was something that you knew was going to be a problem, but you ignored it and you continued on with this person. But I feel like that blockage didn't go away. So there's some kind of blockage to love this person has not fully dealt with. And the more they continue to block it, it feels like it's creating a bigger blockage. It's now a big mountain here they're now having to deal with. We have taking action. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. So this is someone who realizes that there's a future here, right? There's a beautiful future that can lie for us. There's a life of many possibilities and opportunities for us to come together and love and support each other. There's flowing of a river, so emotions and feelings. This is someone who wants to connect with you on an emotional level. They want to be happy. They want to be with someone here who understands them on an emotional level. I really feel like your person is feeling inspired, wanting to embrace this, and realizing that now I have to take action. Now I have to do something about it. If I want this, I have to stand firm in what I believe. I have to move forward. I have to take action. I have to put my foot to the pedal. So this is the action-oriented energy. I'm getting a lot of wands here. Simplifying your life. So this is interesting. And we have communicating freely, okay? So I'm definitely getting the energy your person made something a lot more complicated than it had to be, right? When we say simplifying, you know, this is like eliminating the confusion, right? Don't make something much bigger than it has to be. So maybe you guys had little silly, petty arguing and fighting going on. Maybe there was something here where your person, you know, was overly critical. They had something to say about everything, okay? And it wasn't important. It feels like it just was not important. So there could have been a situation here where your person had to declutter maybe something in their mind, their head, maybe this idea that people were out to get them, that maybe there was some kind of idea of perfection, right? And you would never be perfect enough for them. It feels like they made just something complicated. It didn't have to be this way. All they had to do was let love in, be free. So there could be something about literally decluttering, simplifying things, going back to simple, okay? Just being able to love, accepting someone how they are, okay? Blemishes, imperfections, and whatnot. I'm also seeing like physical clutter. Maybe there's something here where your person just lived a life of clutter, where things were just always out of control, out of place, okay? Freely communicating freely. So it feels like your person actually wants to speak up. There's something here where they have to say something. There could be a lot that has been left unspoken. So you guys may have gone into separation, but there could have been like a need to have a talk. We didn't get a chance to talk about this. We didn't get a chance to address what happened. It feels to me like your person has been wanting to speak up or speak how they feel, but that could be something that is blocked, okay? It feels like they're having a difficult time putting the words together. Maybe they don't feel comfortable in actually being able to talk from their heart space, and now they want to. From the deep depths of their soul, they want to communicate with you. They want to better communicate or open up the lines of communication here. So I like that energy. All right, so I'm going to take some cards from the Evolution. This is one of my decks on my Etsy shop if you guys are interested. Dreams. So your person may be definitely dreaming about you, thinking about you, reminiscing. When I see dreams, it feels like there's a lot of emotions right now. Emotions could be at an all-time high right now. And it even feels like with this energy, your person is connecting with you maybe in a different way than what you may typically connect your person with. I'm getting in a 5D dimension. So they may even be dreaming about you and living out their secret fantasies, their wishes, their desires, right? It could be very sexual in nature as well. We have psychic intuition, visualization. So some of you guys, you may be very psychic. You may be really honing into your intuition. You may know that your person's thinking and dreaming about you. You may even have the same dream, and you may have some inclination to that. We have a wedding ring. So it almost makes me feel like, was some of you guys married? Was some of you guys supposed to get married or engaged? That could be something they're thinking about, like they should have married you, like you were the person they were supposed to be with. They see commitment with you. They could be even looking at commitment very differently, okay? I'm seeing a token of love or appreciation. So some of you guys, they gave you a promise ring. Maybe there literally was an engagement, and now they're thinking about, well, what happened? What are we going to do now? How are we going to move forward? Are we ever going to get married? Are we ever going to come into union and get married? Because we always made that promise we would marry each other. Seeking marriage as the end goal. So it even looks like your person is thinking about, again, what do I want to do from here on out, right? Thinking about the future. How do I want to invest? Do I see myself getting married? And that could be something they're thinking about with that wedding ring energy. And a promise, making a promise to you that maybe they made before, but they haven't been able to keep. We also have discovery, finding a way forward, seeking the hidden truth and power of self-awareness. So I feel like your person's becoming aware that there's something they're having to do here. They're having to think outside the box. They're having to see their imperfections, their wrongs. They're having to own up to it. And it even feels like there's something that they've been keeping to themselves that now they want to speak about. With that telescope, feels like they're seeing into the future. They're looking at life differently. They're having a whole different perspective on life. They're discovering things about themselves they never knew. And from that energy, it feels like now they want to see, well, what can I do? How can we move forward? How can we get out of this situation that we're in? Realizing that, well, we're not stuck, right? We just have to work on trying to find a way forward. We have confusion, no certainty in answers, having doubts and hesitations, no clear direction, state of disorder and chaos. So that's probably where they are right now. And I think that comes down to like simplifying their life, right? They're tired of the confusion. They're tired of living their life in this place of great confusion and uncertainty. They don't know how exactly they feel. They don't know where you guys stand, right? There's a lot of maybe divisions between the both of you guys. There's no real direction forward. There's no plan to move forward. And I think you both are kind of finding yourself confused. And so simplifying your life makes me feel like maybe they're eliminating the clutter in their life from past relationships, past hurt, past trauma, disappointment, anger. You know, sweep that out. Sweep that out of your house. You don't have to deal with that every day. It feels like by eliminating even the emotional burdens of the past or letting those go, you know, cutting ties with it can actually be simplifying their life to make room for something new, to make room for the connection here they have with you. So I feel like part of the confusion is also them having doubts in themselves. So again, this can go down to them appreciating themselves, loving themselves. Why are they doubting themselves and their abilities to love you, to be the person that you need? It makes me feel like maybe there are some insecurities within themselves they're having to deal with and address, okay? So it looks like your person's really trying to move away from some kind of state of disorder, chaos in their life, and trying to move away from, again, chaos or any kind of uncertainty, confusion, okay? We have truth. I love it. This is like the sun card. It makes me feel like something is coming out, something is being revealed. There's like that great illumination, the epiphany. I finally see something the way that, you know, I should have seen it before, but maybe I was blinded. It's to speak with honesty. So this could be your person wanting to be honest about something, coming to you and speaking from their heart. What's hidden will come to light. So if there's something that your person has been holding back, has not been revealing, right? The moon, because of their own insecurities, their emotions, you know, whatever it is, it feels like it's now coming to the surface, right? It has to be dealt with. This person has to come clean. They're having to reveal their true self. All will be revealed. So it feels like anything that's been holding your person holding back, it will be revealed. And we have trauma. So this kind of goes in hand with discovery, learning about themselves, right? Why are they in this place of confusion? It says past life influences emotional triggers. So maybe your person, something here may have been triggered from their past, maybe an upbringing, their childhood, a past relationship. It's telling me that something had to be healed, okay? They're still recovering. They're still trying to get out of something here from their past, something that, you know, tends to resurface once triggered, and they're now having to process that hurt and pain that maybe they've gone through. They never took the time to heal. And I feel like as a result, that is creating blockages to love, blockages to ability to love you. So your person could be having to deal with trauma, unresolved, unprocessed trauma, healing of some wounds here, because it feels like these scars have been running very deep. All right, so let's get some messages from the cartoon tarot. What else do we need to know about your twin? Messages from Spirit. Okay. Okay, we got a card here. Knight of Pentacles. So there is an energy of slowly coming in, thinking about their future. Pentacles is stability, investment, you know, how they want to invest their time, what's important to them, their values, right? And it really feels like your person's thinking about maybe even reaching out, right? It feels like your person has a phone in their hand. They may be wanting to reach out and talk about, you know, where things are going to go, what the future looks like. Pentacles, again, the future. So Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight of the tarot deck, so maybe they're not really quite ready yet, but there could be an energy of really trying to figure out something so that they can make the next move. Knights are in pursuit of something, really believing that something here can still work out for the long term, but maybe there are some changes they're having to make. We have the Four Pentacles and we have the Enchanted card. That Enchanted makes me feel like it's reminding me of the star, like a dream, a hope. There's something about the future they're looking at, and they're looking at it in a very positive light, very positive way. There could be a breakthrough with that Enchanted energy, maybe living out some kind of fantasy or dream that they've been wanting regarding you, regarding love. And with the Four Pentacles, maybe there's something they're having to let go. Again, we have the energy of maybe being greedy, not sharing themselves, not maybe sharing their time, their energy, their effort. This could be something regarding money, Four Pentacles, right? I feel like your person is learning how to open up a little bit, having to share themselves in a different way. That could be something they're having to learn, a big lesson for them. It feels like they're so used to protecting themselves and, you know, not sharing their assets or resources, right? Their love, because, well, they want to protect themselves. They want to protect it. They don't want to be taken advantage of. They don't want to be left with less than what they started with. So it makes me feel like your person is learning to break out of that energy. Card that flipped over is the Four of Swords in reverse. So if there has been a breakup, separation, obviously Four of Swords in reverse is like, I want to heal. Let's take our time. Let's take a break to heal, to recover. Four of Swords. If there's something that has been very much in their head, this speaks about a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustrations, mental anxiety, mental chaos. And now they're breaking away from that. So if you guys have been on a break for like something about 4 months, 4 to 8 months even, we have something that may have happened in April 4th even. There's something here where your person's like, okay, I'm now ready. I'm Four of Swords in reverse. I'm getting out of this place of hibernation where I've been to myself, where I've been disconnected, I've been isolated. This is about finding peace of mind. So it feels like your person is looking for peace of mind, looking for clarity, eliminating confusion in their life. And then there's the Sun, kind of like the Truth card, the big reveal. The Sun bringing light to a situation, wanting to be honest, wanting to be truthful. The Sun could be like, you know what? I'm tired of living a lie. I'm tired of hiding my feelings. I want to be transparent. I want to be upfront with you. I want to reveal everything that's been going on, everything that has been haunting me, that's been on my mind, everything that has been left unspoken. I want to come clean. I want to reveal to you how I feel. The Sun is a lot of healing. So there could be healing of past wounds, heartbreak, trauma from their past. The Sun is a really beautiful card. It's about wanting to be happy, right? At the end of the day, I want to be happy. I want to live a life of happiness, harmony, and peace. Leo energy. We have the Four Wands. There's the 1111 card. Four Wands, twin flame card. Four Wands is really about working their way back to some kind of home. This could be family unit. This is marriage. So that wedding ring, if you guys had even an idea or some kind of promise, this could be coming together and talking about, plan to get married one day. That can certainly happen with the Four Wands and the wedding ring. It feels like maybe your person, if they promised you, I'm going to marry you, right? One day we're going to be together. We're going to live this happy ever after. We're going to get married and everything. Four Wands is definitely living out that dream, that hope. So Four Wands is definitely, again, a good omen for coming together, family home, under the same roof, bringing a lot of harmony, peace to a love, a home, family situation. Nine of Wands is telling me that your person isn't giving up. So at the end of the day, I'm willing to fight for this. I'm willing to do what I need to do to really show you that I'm serious. Knight of Wands is that wounded warrior. I'm not giving up. It could be difficult, but I'm not going to give up. At the end of the day, I do believe that this is something I want. So I really like to see that energy. We also have the Knight of Wands, so there could be a lot of quick change coming in. Knights, just like the Knight of Pentacles, is pursuing. Knight of Wands is pursuing some kind of action. So I really like this energy. It feels like your person, again, that taking action card. I want to take action. I want to move forward. I believe in us. I see an opportunity. The Knight of Wands is really overcoming something, doubts, insecurities, fears, you know. It's a very young, youthful energy. Some of you guys are dealing with someone who's a little bit younger than you. But let's be honest, they're passionate. They desire this. They believe in it. They're attracted to you. And the Knight of Wands, along with the Knight of Wands and the Tower, it almost makes me feel like if there was a Tower moment, some kind of big destruction, chaos, or something has fallen apart. Knight of Wands is like, again, I'm not going to allow this to just like fall apart and not do anything about it. I'm not going to watch this sink and go under. I'm actually going to do something. The Wands is giving me indication that no matter how hard and difficult something is, someone is like, I'm going to come up with a creative idea or means on how to overcome this challenge. So Ace of Swords, there could be a breakthrough in communication. Ace of Swords, let's talk about it. Let's be honest. Let's be upfront. I'm cutting out all the BS. I'm taking the first move. This is someone who's going to take some kind of initiative to aces of beginnings, right? To have some kind of new beginning in communication, swords communication. So this is breaking silence. This is getting out of their head, no longer overthinking something and saying, I want to communicate freely. That's that communicating freely card. Ace of Swords is first starting that, opening up the lines of communication to start some kind of communication to be able to flow freely and be able to heal something here that may have not been healed and dealt with, you know, resolving something here even. So let's finish off. Let's get some more cards here. Again, for the twin flames out there, what else do we need to know? So these are the, I haven't used these in a while. This is from the Spirit Junkie Oracle deck. Some other messages for your twin. Energetically speaking, what are some things they're going through? I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. So I like that energy. You know, maybe your person always had to have the last word. I always want to be right. This could be causing a lot of like friction, arguing, petty arguing and fighting. And now this like, I surrender. I'm letting go. I don't always have to be right. I don't have to have the last word. I'm not going to defend my position and everything because sometimes it doesn't even mean much. You know, I'd rather have peace and happiness with you than having to fight and always like, defend something, or you know what I mean? It's like, let's just have peace now. So we also have the difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. So this is beautiful. This is that twin flame energy, right? It feels like this relationship, as difficult as it was, it's allowed them to reflect and maybe even see something. It literally looks like a lot of you've been holding up a mirror to them and allowing them to see all their wrongs, all their imperfections, the error in their ways. You're allowing them to see themselves the way they really showed up, because they wanted to see all the good in themselves, right? They wanted to see how they were always right. And it feels like now they're looking at themselves, they're looking at their behavior, they're looking at their actions, and now they see how they were in the past. So there's a perfect mirror here, right? There's that mirroring energy with twins. So I like that. You're allowing them to see themselves. Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. So this person could have been just afraid. I'm even feeling like there could be other people, family, friends, third parties that whispered things in their ear that told them to be afraid to not commit, to not move forward with you. There could have been like some gossip rumors or just people getting in the way and interfering of what you guys were creating. They were not in support of what you guys were creating. And so it feels like they took on that fear instead of just loving you, right? Loving you, loving for who you were and all that. I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So maybe this person had a very distorted view on love, on marriage, on commitment. And it feels like that is something here where, they're having to now release control. Maybe they tried to control every little thing and then it backfired. And so now there's the energy of, I'm going to let go of control because I can't control everything. And this could be also changing the way they perceive love, life, happiness. And lastly, I celebrate my progress, awareness, and I celebrate my progress, awareness, not perfection is the goal. Okay, so I like that. So this is becoming aware of themselves and taking small steps toward progress, right? Realizing that each and every day, if I'm progressing just a little bit, then I'm happy. I don't need perfection, right? I don't need you to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Why should I seek perfection in everything that I do? Realize that my relationship isn't going to be perfect. And that is the ultimate goal, right? So I love that. That's how we're going to end today. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. My twin flames, and happy October again. Send you my love and blessings, and I'll be back in a few days. All right, you guys, take care.